Hello, today we're going to talk about the datasheet view, and we're going to look at some of the navigation capabilities and data replication capabilities built into datasheet. First is identifying MIN datasheet view. This little icon up in the left-hand corner here looks like a little access database because the datasheet view is based off of the access component. It's a great indicator that tells you that you're in datasheet view. Another indicator is this little pull-out bar here with menu. This has a lot of powerful features for exporting and managing data in Excel and Access, but we'll go over that in another session. So right off the bat here is I've got a lot of data. I've got a lot of other people's data in my batch ticket for CPM, and I don't want to look at that. So I'm going to use the filters at the top to narrow down just what I want to look at. Now the great thing is you can store examples in here, and I can leave these in here as long as I want. It really comes down to the batch ID of processing for batch ticket, but we can cover that more when we go over batch ticket. Right now we're really just talking about datasheet. So the easiest way to replicate this is to use the row headers. This is a row header, this is a column header, and if I click on that, it highlights the whole row for me. So then I can just right click and say copy. This little asterisk, this row header, means this is my new row. So if I'm wanting to add data to the data sheet, I would use this row. And once I'm in there, I'm just going to click on that one cell and paste that data, because it's copied each one of those cells, and it's smart enough to know I want to put all that data in here. Now you'll notice the icon changed on the row header, and this is telling me that I'm in edit mode, and I haven't committed the changes. Changes have been made, but they're not committed yet. So if I click down or up off of a row, you'll notice those two little arrows pointing both directions tell me that it's committing that data and the change has now taken effect. So when I'm wanting to create bulk amounts of data, you really want to work with at least a set of two. And the reason you want to do that is because you want to have a deliberate pattern. If I select this, hold my shift and go down, and I've selected both rows, and both rows have exactly the same data in it, I'm telling datasheet that if I want to make copies of that, I want it to be exactly the same. I don't want it to meddle with my data, and I can grab this corner pin and drag that down, and I can make a whole bunch of duplicate rows. So that's important when you look at what we're about to do. So in this case now I've got a whole bunch of same ticket numbers. That's bad, right? So I want to come in here and I want to create a pattern now of 86 and 87, and I'm sure you've done this in Excel. So if I highlight both of those rows, I've created a pattern that I can now drag down, and you'll see those arrows going down and committing that data, and it's incremented that. So in this little short video, we've seen how to copy entire rows of data, how to sort the data so I can just look at the information I want to look at, how to replicate the data exactly the same, and how to make copies of data with patterns so it can auto-increment and do a lot of this work for me. Thank you.